an Instagram post. I did an Instagram video one time and posted about grind at your own pace. And I think that that's an important concept because that's where you balance family and work, right? I grind at my own pace. When I'm tired, I take a rest. If that means I take a nap in the middle of the day, I'll lay my head down on my desk. I'll nap out for about 10 minutes. I'll wake up refreshed. There's some people I've met who will not sleep until it's time to quit. They'll just work until the job is done, which is cool, man. I just think that it's important for everybody to grind, literally to grind at your own pace. Here's what I know. I've got to be flexible in my life because at the stage of life where I am, I have kids who are going to be out of the house in a couple of years. I've got kids who are already out of the house. I got to make time for my family, and it's important that I do that. So my work-life balance is going to be maybe different than somebody who's entering their career, who maybe doesn't have kids, but maybe they have a wife, but they don't have kids. So their obligations are different. And so I think it's just find what's important to the people who are important to you and make those things important to you. That's how you find your work-life balance. I mean, if my wife, and those can change, they're not set in stone. It's not like it's always this way. My wife may say, hey, I need a break from these kids. It's my obligation as her husband to make her my priority and step in and give her that relief. And that might mean that a deadline needs to be put on hold or missed even, because being there for her is more important than whatever work thing I might have going on. Fortunately, she understands the need to be places where I need to be places and do the things I need to do. So having a partner who will work with you on those things and work through those things with you is important, especially as an entrepreneur, because the only thing certain is that everything changes. But yeah, I guess that's how I find my work-life balance, is just going with the flow and having a good support system. Even my kids, I mean, there was about a 6-year period of time where my job was out of town, and I would leave the house on Sunday after church and I'd go to work in Maryland, and then on Friday after lunch I'd get in the car and drive back to Ohio. And that was during the recession, so there weren't a whole lot of extra jobs laying around, so I could just move over to a new job. But I applied for a bunch of jobs during that time. But that was a hard time to try to find a work-life balance when my job was in another state, was literally 3 states away, and my family was in some other place. And we used FaceTime to communicate, and it was a struggling time. But you kind of got to, as a parent, you have to make decisions. And had I quit my job or not accepted the job that was in the other state and stayed in Ohio with my family, it's not to say that it was easy for me to make the choice to be in Maryland and take that job, because it wasn't. It wasn't easy to do that. But I would have just been trading one struggle for another. If it was a struggle to be apart and to try to navigate that, but it's also a struggle when you don't know where your next paycheck's coming from or your next meal's coming from. And so what are the lessons we can teach? Hopefully my kids learn perseverance and do whatever it takes to support your family. And I'm hoping that they learn some lessons like I learned some lessons during that time. And hopefully that builds their character. And maybe it was just a terrible time for them. Maybe it sucked real bad, and now they realize that they're never going to do that when they're parents or when they're married. And if something that I did or something I suffered through makes them better, it's worth every bit of it.